7, yeah. Keep your ear tuning. That's it. Bye-bye. This fine Wednesday morning, Wednesday being the 12th day of November 2025. We are almost smack in the middle of the month, which means that by the time we reach middle like this, November don't finish. Yee. Wow, 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 wow. You're tuned into Women Radio WFM 91.7, Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families.
Cloudy around the way here. I don't know for other places, but hey, we're here and we're ready to get on this morning. So yeah, it's
Mhm.
good to be on the breakfast show and of course on the newspaper review. Good morning for
Yes.
me.
Good morning. Oh, how are you?
I'm fine, I'm good. How are you too?
I'm good. It sounds like you have a little bit of a cold.
I don't know. I woke up this morning and I'm feeling like the cold is coming back, but I reject it shall not come back.
I reject it for you too. Oh no, it shall not come back. We don't want. We
Oh
don't
yeah.
want inside these heat because on was it on
Wow.
Saturday when I was coming back? I went out on Saturday on my way back. I remember thinking because in the mornings when I do the news, you say air quality is unhealthy, especially for Dubai. And I remember thinking, the air quality is unhealthy. It was such a little ticklish moment for myself. But yeah, the quality of the air is not great. It's so humid, it's
Mm-mm.
so hot. It seems like the air is just circulating. You can't even breathe in fresh air. It's just very, very interesting. But yeah, I hope that send that scatter back or that cold back. We don't want,
Yeah,
please.
so I send it back to where it's coming from.
We don't
We'll be
want
all right.
at all. All right. Okay, let's take the headlines this morning. Was starting
Oh, look
with
for me.
yes,
Have I
please.
become invisible?
I'm so sorry. I thought your video wasn't on, so I thought you were waiting to make a grand entry. Your video,
Okay, I'm a little indisposed now, so I'm going to be on audio, and when I'm done,
hey,
I'll switch on to video. I sent a message to you
oh,
actually.
I didn't see it. I will check. Good morning,
It's
Sumbo.
okay.
Please, my sincere apologies. Thank you for
Yeah,
doing
no, no,
this.
no, no, no. Just wanted to pull your legs this morning. Good morning. Good
You know
morning,
we love
bros.
you. We love
Good
you for
morning,
you.
Stumbo.
Good morning. We love
I,
you.
I, I hear you. Please go ahead with the show.
All right. Let let's take the headlines this way. Oh, I'm just seeing someone's message now. All right. I just thought she doesn't want to because every time she comes on, Mama do the headlines. Someone's message just like this Nigeria. Like what are we doing here?
Like,
All right.
I,
Okay, let's take the headlines this morning. Punch newspaper. House shuts down plenary and tension over budgets. Tension as Wike soldiers clash over ex-naval chief's land. I saw this video yesterday. I don't know if you saw it yesterday.
mm, I saw different clips of it from different angles yesterday. In fact, social
I
media was just
wasn't
as bug as on this yesterday.
I
That's
wasn't tired of watching it. As a matter of fact, after I'd watched it, on phones severally, I went on YouTube. I went to channels to go and get the real gist, so I could see the big screen. You know that
Stumbo is a nice person.
that was some fun moment yesterday.
Exactly.
Nigeria, the land of the ridiculous.
we we shall get we shall get into it shortly because I put it to be honest. I was for what the topics we're going to talk about this morning. I was like, what are we doing? Like, do we have to talk about this? But it's literally all over the newspaper. So I said, you know what? We shall just, but from another angle. But I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag. Okay, let's move on to the Guardian
Hmm.
newspaper.
All right, on the Guardian newspaper, ambition, legal battle stall PDP convention. threaten 2027 prospects. Another one on the Guardian says NAFDAC outlaws production, sale of sachet alcoholic beverages.
Mm.
And I,
In
I
the,
was I was looking at this headline yesterday, and I also saw the one where there was going to be a ban on plastic use by next year, I think
yeah.
January or so. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at both of these things, and we know that most of the productions of this plastic and including the sachet alcoholic beverages, most of them are being done here in Ogun State,
Mm-hmm.
okay, or different parts of Ogun State. So what would then happen to these manufacturing companies? Although we know that all these things is for our own good, talking about climate, making our environments clean and all of that. But the manufacturing companies here and the people that work there, what then happens to them? Because that means at the end of the day, their production might be low, or probably they might just even want to shut down. But it's Nigeria, I'm sure they'll always find a way around it. So yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because here's the thing: if you're saying you're outlawing some things, should be all of us were looking with our eyes when these things were being produced. So if you say
Mm-hmm.
you're outlawing it, what is the alternative? What can people what can people take instead? Because when you say sachet drinks or plastic drinks, even like things like even sachet water, it's the alternative to buying bottled water because people cannot afford to buy. The margin between how much a bottle of water is and how much sachet water is far. Then even the same for sachet alcoholic beverages is because people cannot afford, you know, the bottled ones. So what's the alternative? Because you cannot say that you were not seeing when this thing was happening. But then that's the case in Nigeria where you are watching as things are going, and then all of a sudden you come up with a law and say, oh, from tomorrow or from today, this is what we're going to do. We saw this in the case of the passports where they just woke up and said by September 1st, passports will now be 200 naira, 200,000, beg your pardon, naira. You just wake up and make decisions being tone deaf to the reality of Nigerians, of the average Nigerian. It's just, anyway, in the This Day newspaper, before I just go on and on, Cardoso, economy belongs to all. Reform gains must be protected. Also in the Disney newspaper, we have at Arewa House, Somolu boasts Nigeria will rout poverty, insecurity, other trials. To be honest, because I have the task of trying to select the headlines that we'll talk about. When it comes to the normal headlines, I'm like yeah, yeah, yeah. But when it comes to it, I'm just always so annoyed by it because not only do I have to select the headline, I typically would read the headlines to be like, okay, what is even going on in this headline? So when I saw this one, I was like, again, how do you come out making these statements to say that Nigeria will rout poverty? How? What are the strategies that you have in place to rout out poverty? What are the strategies that you have in place to rout out insecurity? The reason why everybody is shouting boo, 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 up and down because saying, "Oh, we will take them out," "Oh, terrorism," is because Donald Trump came
Said
out,
something.
said something about it. So what are we doing? You just come, and this is why I believe strongly. I can say with my full chest, I can put my money on it, the small money I have, to say that the Nigerian rulers that we have, the politicians that we have, are very, very removed from the reality of the average Nigerian. They don't know what is going on. Because if they know
Mm,
what is going on, they cannot say this thing.
Or they choose to be blinded by
they
what's going
do know what is going on.
They
They
do.
know what is going on. They just couldn't care less,
Ah,
because of selfish reasons. It's all about me, myself, I, and all of that. That's the unfortunate, scenario that plays in Nigeria. So, and it's not for want of knowing what to do. That's another thing. They know what to do.
they know what
They're
to
just
do.
not interested in doing it because in doing what is needful, they would be affected. And that's why, the socialization of the Nigerian is a study that should be done, honestly, to understand how and why we think the way that we think. There's a mental poverty that should be addressed. But
Absolutely.
let's just move on so that we have
Mm,
time to do.
yeah. The last one on the Disney newspaper is Nigeria's stock market tumbles, loses 4.3 trillion naira in one day.
All right, heading on to the Daily Trust, and this also, corroborates the one that this day has reported on it. It says Sanwo-Olu under Tinubu, no governor can complain of lack of funds. Of course, now they are collecting it, but does it go down? Does that fund that Tinubu is sharing to you people as governors, do you actually use it for what it's supposed to be? Anyway, we've touched on that. Let's just head on.
Mm,
Lere Olayinka opens up on Wike's encounter with soldiers. Now, everybody that has a name in this Nigeria said something as regards to this Wike and soldier encounter yesterday. But we'll definitely talk about it. Let's head on to the Vanguard.
mm. Okay, in the Vanguard newspaper, we have Senate rejects NNPCL's explanations on unaccounted 210 trillion naira. All this money we just see
210 trillion. No, we're no longer
true.
talking million billions, we're talking trillions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. Trump diplomatic engagements yielding results, says federal government. Okay, moving on. Money laundering charge. Court shifts ex-governor Bailey's trial to January 29.
All right, on the Premium Times, audit report, Senate panel kicks as NNPC explains missing 210 trillion naira in writing. And another one says National Convention. I feel sad suing PDP, says Sule Lamido.
In the Nation newspaper, we have court stops PDP's planned national convention in Ibadan. This matter, it we shall find solution last.
That's
Okay.
last.
Mm.
Naval.
The PDP is already dead, and I'm not sure it's going to be resurrected. The
Mm,
APC has ensured that is will happen, and I believe that the APC has infiltrated their camp, and they are the ones causing the problem within. So too bad.
Too bad.
hmm, okay. Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Okay, in the Nation newspaper, still naval officers clash with Wike over alleged land development in Abuja. Lastly, in the Nation newspaper, we have 48 hours to World Cup playoff. Super Eagles boycotts training over unpaid bonuses. Yeah, that is it.
And this actually came after one of
Oh
them showed
dear.
us the hotel where they were actually, lodged
Yeah.
for this, for the playoff. And I'm like, okay, this is something else. Like, so these boys now would leave, their international clubs, come down to Nigeria to play, and you can't even give them a quarter of what they are probably receiving from where they are coming from because they choose to actually play for Nigeria. So when you now have a player who has struggled by himself,
Mm,
that God has helped to
mm.
get to the international ground and he's playing and he's doing well, with all of these things, how do you then want to tell the person to come and play for your fatherland? Because even when
Which
he was
fatherland?
trying to get there, it's not like you helped him in any way. It's not like you made the road easy for him because Nigeria must have probably happened to him in one way or the other before he actually gets there or before she
Yeah.
gets there because we have female players too. So when they get there and then you're not telling them that come now, come and be a nationalist, come and play for your country, you're doing away. And then you see all of these things that are happening. How do you expect the person to actually oblige you and come play?
Mm-hmm.
For most of them, it's just
Sorry, Rose. That is something that we have always found in Nigeria. Nigeria will stand back, allow you to do all the investments into your
mm-hmm.
life and all of that. When favor finally shines on you and you make it, then they begin to demand, not
Yeah.
the word, demand. They begin to demand patriotism. They begin to demand you giving back. And they begin to talk from two sides of the mouth against. And I wonder, I don't understand. We know how to reap where we don't sow.
Also.
That now, and to cap that, I don't know if you ever listened to the interview, a very big interview with JJ Okocha, and how he made references to sometimes when they were abandoned in the hotel, they didn't pay for their accommodation, and then it gets to a point, the hotel begins to give them the same food morning, afternoon, and night. And when they went to complain, the hotel said, we are just being nice. So your country has not paid us. You understand? And they had to. One day they woke up in the morning. The bus that they would normally use to transport them to and fro had disappeared because they hadn't paid for it. Eventually, these boys had to cough out money from their own hands, and I think even their flight. So when you have a nation that is so grossly irresponsible, they don't have the moral right to come and demand anything from anybody. So if those boys say they aren't doing training, they aren't showing, I support them. Because that money is hanging in the hands of one officer or
Study.
or a group of officers. Wickedness in high places.
So is it that since the time of Okocha and since the time of Kanu up to today, NFF has
Uh,
not gotten it right?
the
What is
leper doesn't change his skin.
ah what is it every day? It is one embarrassment to the other when it comes to sports. Kilo day.
Is it
Hey,
only sports? I've
Abi.
just told you, you are a nation of the ridiculous.
Okay, let's get on to the cable for me.
Me, I'm quiet too because, like Emmanuel would say, when the president was busy promising people money up and down, I remember Emmanuel kept on saying that let us wait to see if they actually get the money. So
That's true.
yeah,
The ladies that won their matches, the basketball team and even the football team for
yep,
Nigeria, we don't know whether they've
mm-hmm,
given them those money they promised them
mm-hmm.
They
and
came
the
out to
houses
complain. They came
and the
out to
houses.
complain,
Yes, they
and the
did.
president said that he signed off on it immediately. So between the president and the delivery points, we don't know how many masquerades
So,
have come out.
Mm-hmm.
So
Abi, maybe how many snakes have come and swallowed
didn't you hear about Bonfrey Joe? Bonfrey Joe is now appealing to the Lagos state government to please give him the house that they promised him when he won the Olympic, a gold medal for the Nigeria team. This is as far back as 20 years ago. You know, you understand? Because usually when they win at that level, they give them houses, just like Tinubu said, for the entire team. And then he was their coach, he was added into it. So the question is, where is it? Look, can we move on this morning?
All right, we are headed to
We are
now.
shameless.
We've not even gotten into the topics. We're already. Okay, let's keep it moving. We are going to PDP. No, we have done that already. The cable newspaper. Is that me or Euros?
That's you.
Okay. Buratai, Wike's verbal assault on soldier undermines national security. He must apologize. So, wait, let's finish it so we can get into it. Senate panel rejects NNPCL's explanations on unaccounted 210 trillion naira, demands Ojulari's appearance. Finally, in the cable newspaper, we have Nigeria edged out as Ethiopia wins bid to host COP32 in 2027. I don't
I'm
understand.
going to give it to Nigeria.
Nigeria wanted to host something. Okay.
Who is their right senses will say people should come to Nigeria so that they will come and kidnap them?
Rosa, back to you.
All right. On the Daily Post, Soludo will join APC. Wow. It's a confidence for me. Oji Uzokalu. But at the end of the day, when we saw all that transpired in Anambra and how he was thanking the president and all of that, one mind was telling him that this man will just end up joining APC. In the
The fact
nearest.
that we, the fact that we have a call now is the call is gone. It's so interesting.
You better get into the business of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's quickly head on. 2026 World Cup qualifying playoffs. Super Eagles boycott training over unpaid bonuses. And then another one says PDP convention. Stay away from Ibadan. Wike faction warns members.
Should we take this call, Rose?
Let's take
Hello,
it.
Nigerians.
Hello.
Fumi, Rose, and our own madam. Good morning to you, madam. The way madam start this morning,
Good morning.
my if it starts my heart they beat. Well, for me and Rose,
Yes, please.
I wish my Oga, Mr. Adeyemi dey studio this morning. And for one know wetin he go talk between Wike and that soldier.
Mm-hmm.
As we don't know wetin Adeyemi go talk this morning. So I think there people like me in uniform. After all of us are not useless. We are not fools, like the young man said. I'm not a fool. So that I will not know that I'll come and say I support you 100%. Eh? Madam, do you see that young soldier? For me, there is something I sent to you yesterday. I said you should forward it to Mr. Adeyemi. I sent it on your WhatsApp. I said, because I listened to the account of a living being who gave one by one account details on how many people. I don't want to go into that discussion. But on what is on ground this morning, I believe Super Eagles, I said this from the beginning, Super Eagles they will not qualify. There is every tendency for those guys not to qualify. Okay, why is the issue of bonus delay coming in now? Why did you even condition them in the first place? Why did you seize the money in the first place? Was it that if they don't win, you will pay them? Did you discuss that with them? What is the boosting of morale that you brought to big boys who are collecting pounds per play, per appearance to come and play for their? You are making them look like they are not serious with their own country. People they are celebrating in other places. We can value. Secondly, on this Wiki and that young woman, please, people were talking on different stations this morning. But Mayor, wherever you are, if you are hearing my voice, God will continue to bless you. Mayor, whatever I believe from Ekotu, yes.
Okay, Mayor from Ekotu.
Please, Nigerians, yes, let us get this right. Wike is a governor of FCT, just like governors in other states. That is a minister of FCT, is a governor. Let's put it that way now. For example, then Wike was appointed by a sitting president. Please, madam, I believe you are more learned than some of us. Yes, we have Nigeria certificate, but I don't understand Nigeria certificate. I suppose they got one big government office now with my pen and paper as a director. But here I am in real estate properties. Now let us look at Nigeria, please. Though that is taking all over the world anyway. I want us to look at, if for me, for example, if you are serving Nigeria, let's assume you are working under Nigeria broadcasting stations, federal government, and you work for 30-something years and you retired. Not just retired, 3-star general. I believe the Marine people, they are captain, right? Because that is was the Air Force yesterday, yes? They are general. 3-star general, only land. You brought bulldozer by night to demolish. Why did night demolition? The same thing in Lagos, in Abuja too. And they told you that their papers are complete. You went back and reported. You now came on site. A governor or a minister that will serve under 4 years or 8 years. Hello. Coming to challenge a general and he says nobody have access. Bloody civilian. Oh God, I have people in uniform. I have people. Protect that young man for me. And any man that will go like Joe Ibokwe said, who trouble that young boy? Oh God of Israel, you will arise and fight the troublers of this country. Evil men that don't want the young ones to grow. How will you somebody with what do I say to this evil country? Somebody Adeyemi was telling me yesterday that come on Adeyemi, you use the word. He said if you don't pray for the country, if you see ill because how do you get the best? I've been made in Nigeria. Please, Nigeria don't make me. They are taking my tax. Whatever money enter my account, they remove money every quickly. Nigeria, I don't collect one palliative from anybody in Nigeria. Nigeria government are not paying me. So if you tell me that I'm seeking ill, I am crying out of my pain, I am seeking ill. Other Nigerians cannot own properties. Other Nigerians cannot move well. I said something. I said move from Lagos before you get to Ilaro to the border of Benin Republic. Please, if you get there, no try that journey. Before you get to Ilaro, after water, you give that on the road. But look at Adeyemi said they don't have anything in those countries. Please, Adeyemi, let's assume that Lagos is bigger than Ghana. And the budget coming to one local government in Lagos is what a whole country, let's assume Ghana, is using to better Ghana. Please, how wise are they? And how wise are we? Let us put it on that electoral. They are not big. They are not this. They are not that. But your budget, a local government budget, is bigger than the whole country budget. Yes, let us take it. But please, look at their lives. Look at their infrastructure. And look at your own. I drop my mic for now. Have a nice day.
All right, thank you very much for calling. This is about 4 minutes to 8. I just think we should head on straight to the
Yes,
headlines.
please. Yes,
The
yes.
ones that we need to talk about. All right, for me.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna go over to the Guardian newspaper. The video, I mean, the whole of Nigeria. If well, a lot of people have seen it. Let me put it that way. And when I saw that video yesterday, initially I didn't want to watch it because I was just like Nigeria and drama. When I saw it, first of all, I was amazed by the audacity of the soldier, because typically what happens is our law enforcement agents, whether paramilitary or military themselves, they cower in the face of government officials, but he stood his ground.
Mm.
But in this case, in this case,
An officer and a gentleman.
and
Go
a
ahead.
gentleman, right? And he wasn't, I don't even think the guy was rude. He was very assertive. He was bold in his, in his pushback. But then yesterday, Rose, if you remember, there was something I had mentioned. I said that Timothy Silva has been, the EFCC is after him. I think he's been arrested, and they're saying because he was fraudulent, he stole some money. And I asked Adeyemi a question. I said, could it be a result of the fact that he has stepped on toes is why they are coming after him? Because our politicians, let's not lie, let's not steal. We see what they are doing. The monies they are spending cannot be accounted for. It's ridiculous, right? But in this case of of Wike and this particular the naval officer who owns this piece of land, could it be a case again of, because he says that it's illegal and all of that because he's the FCC minister and blah blah blah, but could it be a case of the fact that could they be interested in the land? Let me say it as I want to say. Is it a case of that maybe he too wants the land, or what exactly? Because this looks like a power play between two powerful people, right? And my when I saw the video, I was like, why are there so many people following this person? There were police officers right there. Like nobody amongst his what they call those people. None of them is saying, "Oh, there's something wrong." Oh, we have a call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mr. Omozo Emmanuel. I'm calling from Ikorodu.
Hi, Mr. Emmanuel. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say that our Oga Minister Wike's behavior. Personally, I'm asking him to resign because that officer is representing the whole Nigeria, the whole country. For him to be using that foul words on him, it's enough for him to resign. If this country is a country where law works, where people respect the rules of law and all that, that act alone is enough for him to resign this morning and leave that office. Let who respect Nigeria, who know what Nigeria military stands for, come in there and do what is right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sumba, over to you.
Okay, let's look at the situation, in the right perspective. First and foremost, the Nigerian constitution, under a democratic setting, places the minister or places a civilian minister above a military, above all the service chiefs. That is the position. So in this case, we can say in ranking, so to speak, the minister of the Federal Republic is superior, to the service chiefs. That's
Sorry
the
to cut
position.
you, Sumba. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry, ma. My children are really giving good morning, not sure from Akuti. You see, let me tell you one thing about the the present government that a lot of people are criticizing. Let's face reality. When Obasanjo dealt with Tinubu without giving any allocation because of this 37 local SCD or something like that, he managed to develop infrastructure facilities in Lagos. So now that he is there as president, whether people like it or not, you are free to criticize. You are free to say anything. In Nigeria, people don't praise you for whatever you are doing. What he is doing may not be enough. But for the governors to have been, moving from their party to his party, I know they are benefiting one thing or the other. Can you get what I'm saying? But for us, we the populace, we know we are not really, we don't find our feet the way it should be according to our expectations. But in my area now, Ogun State, we have been talking about our roads that are so bad. You know, a lot of the very are going in Ogun State now. They are trying they are on this road since all this day. Dapo is doing it. Dapo is doing it. And what Tinubu did was that he has been giving all the governors real money to make sure that there's road development. People are not aware of all this. It's federal road from what is it, Baga to Sango. That's what they are doing. They've been doing it. And let me tell you one thing. When Benga Daniel was the governor here, we knew what he did. There was one road, they call it Sashi Road. The bridge there, he awarded it 3 times. It didn't collapse. It's that what I did that place now, from Akute to from Alagbone to Ajuan, from Ajuan to Akute. I mean, all the governors, they will continue to admire him. That is exactly what is happening underneath. The first thing he said is the road should be good. And he was giving them 3 times what they were collecting, or 4 times what they were collecting before as allocation every month. So if you say the governors are buying it, they know what they are doing. And the local government is under, whether we like it or not, the local government control is under the state government. So when you say, people they will not vote for him because based on the fact that he's not doing anything, he's doing a lot. So he's doing a lot underneath. So that's face reality. Whether I know for in food, what means the prices of good foods may be too high for us based on the fact that the removal of fuel subsidy. But the thing is, let's commend I've seen some set of people. They will never praise somebody when that person is not from their own area. It's unfair. Let's face reality. That is just the governors. They know what they are doing. So that is it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your message. Suma, please go ahead.
Okay, so I was making my comment on the Wike saga. So we'll put that in one bucket. Now, this situation that happened yesterday was a culmination of, other communication, I believe, that he had with the alleged owner of the land, who they say is a 3-star general. Now, I don't have a problem with Wike wanting to, exercise his own rights, whatever those rights are. But to begin with, I ask myself a question. What is a minister going to do on the land? In Yoruba, they will say, Ishe Kawalara. When I look at Nigerians, I look at they build one small building. The president is going there to declare it open. Is that work? Data thank God I live in the community where your radio is. The road on which your radio is a 1-kilometer road, if it's up to that. When that road was done, I was going out one day and the next thing I saw, carpet on the road, all kinds of things. I should be people, what's going on here? They say they want to launch the road or declare it open. If you understand. And I'm asking myself, and the governor came to that to do that nonsense.
Mm.
So, first and foremost, do these people know their jobs? Do they know what they are supposed to do? I do not succumb to a minister if so, his position is as heavy as it has been defined for us. Then there was no reason why he should have been on that side if there are no personal interests.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. Number two, you get onto the side with that. I don't even want to talk about that entourage because that tells me about the use of brute force, which
Mm.
is common with the rulers in this nation. Persons in office, the moment they have one title, you understand, no matter how
Yeah.
little it is, they want to intimidate, they want to bully. That for me itself was evidence of bullying. That's number two. Number three, you get there and you see this very young looking officer. It's young, I don't know. I was like, in my mind, is this guy more, couldn't be more than 20 something, maybe in his mid 20s, but looks can be deceptive because at the end of the day, I understand that the guy himself is a his ranking is not
Mm-hmm.
very low.
Yeah.
Okay, so it must be a very uh, seasoned officer to have
Yeah.
been asked to lead that command. Now the young man tells you, I'm acting on orders. That
Others.
should have told Wike that this is not the person that I am supposed to engage with. I should be
Engage.
engaging with a superior who gave the command. You
Yes.
understand? Because in military setting, it's order from above. It's
Yes.
order from your superior. Wike should have respected that. And in Yoruba parlance, they say it is the person that sent you a message that you
Are
fear.
you get
You
afraid
don't
of
fear the
food?
person that you are going to deliver the message to.
Yes.
So that should have sent a signal to Wike, and he should have, at that point in time, left honorably. But no, he puts a call through to the CDS, so to speak, and hands over the phone to the boy. As far as I'm concerned, you have degraded yourself.
Yourself.
Do you understand? You
Yes.
have degraded yourself. Then he now messes up big time by beginning to use uncouth language and
Yeah.
and began to insult that boy. You are a fool. I love that boy. Die, as they say in your generation balance. You understand? If I see that boy, I go dash am money. The guy stands his ground. That's why I call him an officer and a gentleman. You will not intimidate me. You will not bully me. I
Yeah.
am not a fool. I like the fact that he returned it to him fire for fire.
Aura for
Because
aura.
aura for aura, because you see that gentleman was in the slot on duty. You cannot come and harass a man who is on his duty post. Well, if you have this, or go and talk to my superior who is your size. Don't
Yes.
come at me. Do you
Yes.
understand? So,
Yes.
and to say that, that's number three or number four. Am I lighting my point? Then you now have stupid Nigerians,
Hmm.
sycophants, who the only thing they understand is Oga. So you begin eye
Oh yeah.
service, and they begin to cry more than the bereaved. Do you understand? There was
Yes.
a time he shoved one away. Do you get? Now let me say something to you. I remember during the January 6th event in the United States when Trump did his madness, when before the transition, and the head of the army, I believe it was, came out and
Mm-hmm.
said, I am not, my loyalty is not to the president. My loyalty is to the Constitution of the
Yes.
United States. They need to understand that in Nigeria, that when you are in an office, your loyalty is not to a person. Your loyalty is to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Until we understand that, we will begin to do this mess. And then all of the entourage that followed the police, I like what that guy said. Yeah, I'm not your mate. You're a police officer. I don't. Hey, I say,
You cannot
yay!
We
speak when
have
I'm talking. I mean,
we,
you can't talk when
we
I'm
have
talking.
a
Like,
call.
ah,
Sorry,
I mean,
go
They
on. Hello.
put him for his
Hello, good
place. They
morning.
put him in his place. Do
Good
you
morning, good
understand?
morning.
Hold on a minute
And
for me. Hello. Good
Good
morning.
morning, good morning.
Good morning,
Hello.
women.
Good morning, Evangelist
Good morning,
Dixon.
women radio.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Madam Fumi, Madam Rose, and Madam Buki. I like the
This is
way
Madam
you
Sophia.
thought I really
This
support
is not Madam
what you are
Tomi.
Don't
saying.
worry, Sumbo.
But I know Madam Simbo now, Simbo.
Good
Yes.
I'll
morning.
be that's the person there. Good morning, Madam.
Hmm.
I like the way
Good
you
morning.
are really explaining everything. Okay. Madam Fumi, please, I have something I need to say. When you say this is a family radio, it's a family. It is wrong for anybody to come and condemn anybody comment. I think let us respect. I keep on saying respect each other comment. Sometimes when I disagree with a man, I know how I disagree with him. I just say, Mr. Man, I disagree. I make my own comment. Let us be civil. We can't come and read and decide to one another. It is wrong. The man I made the comment I left, and you come and started saying, no, this is, he has said that to me on several occasions, but I started to keep quiet because Christian, we don't defend ourselves. I don't want to. And the people should be gentle. Like nípa ìwà wọn nípa èso wọn là ó fi mọ̀ wọn. Please, this is a family. Let us be family. Let us live as a family. Not come here to, this. And what we did, Madam Shumbo, that really said it. And thank God that man. Because so that's a thing to kill. And thank God that time did not lead to another thing entirely. What he did showed that Wike is not mature. How can he do and calling that guy name? Because that guy is a future Nigeria. I believe we have more than people like that in that's I see our hope in this country. You get there. If you can do it, see yourself as one. See the insurgents you are fighting and everything. But this one is a Christian, this one is a Muslim. When Israelites, when Hamas strike Israelites, they killed 1,000 people. The Israel come out and say how many Muslims, how many Christians, how many Igbo, how many Yoruba. They unite together and fight their common enemy. In Israel, don't know how different religion. Instead they give them what is our problem here? They do so. If they kill one Muslim, two Christian, killing is killing. They are terrorists. They condemn. I have Bible, I have Quran. No one encourage killing. So we should unite together and not allow the entities to tear us apart. And help one another in any area we are. Let us always do the right thing. We get there. If I can do the right thing, but you do the right thing, I see as somebody see my brother. Division is taking us to nowhere. Also, all that advance will always face unity. Let's see, if there's no, look at what is happening in Congo and some other African countries. Because we experience it, that's why they are preaching unity. Not that you are afraid of death. Please, let us unite and see each other as brother and love one another and only do what is right. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. We get there.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Evangelist Dixon, for your contributions to the conversation. All right, Sumba, please carry on.
Okay, yeah, just a few more things and then we can move on to the next topic. So, those are the points. Now, the policemen or whoever they were, security operatives who came along with Wike displayed their ignorance,
Mm-hmm.
displayed a lack of skills, displayed a lack of even an understanding of their duty to their principal. Because you see, anything could have happened in that place yesterday that would have endangered the life of Wike himself. But they were there trying to also, so that Wike will say, yes, they fought.
Yeah.
Military, army not send you. Do you
Mm-mm.
understand? It's
Mm-mm.
just that that boy displayed a beautiful, understanding of his command.
Yes.
And then he said, I am an officer. I have integrity. That one just blew my mind. Because what he was trying to say there is that as an officer, integrity, is your watchword, is
Yes.
paramount. So he was trying to say, I know the code that I have signed to, and I am displaying it. And his integrity showed, it was obvious the way he comported himself and carried himself. He didn't do insult, when he just said, I am not a fool. He didn't go back and say, you are a fool too. Okay, he still maintained that integrity while standing his ground. I salute the courage of that young man, and I hope that others will emulate that and understand that if you stand, most of the time bullies are cowards. So at the end of the day, Wike walked out of that place defeated. He walked out of that place disgraced. And he walked out of that place totally naked. So
Yeah.
I hope that he will begin to understand and to learn that it is not everywhere you do gra gra and want to bulldoze everybody and just bully everybody out. His language was uncouth, his character was nothing to be envied. Everything about Wike's performance or actions yesterday was a show of shame and a disgrace to the Nigerian nation that he purportedly, represents.
All right. Thank you so much, Sumbo. Let's take these messages. Fumi and Rose, do you remember the saga from about Wike and his son's land allocation in the same FCT that he said he has a right to allocate to his sons? Rose,
Mm-hmm.
what does it take for him to have engaged general owner privately and get the
Mm.
issue settled if there is no hidden interest? I
No,
just love
and
that
there's
guy.
pride and arrogance.
Absolutely.
Wike is an arrogant man. I'm not afraid to say that on live radio. He has displayed it excessively. All right. And just like that, this person said, it is alleged that he revoked the land allocated to military chiefs and then reallocated them to his own family, friends, and cronies. Who does that?
Yeah. He continues to say, I just love that guy, and I know that they will give him an open award, but try to punish him secretly. I will defend him in my prayers for me. Prince, that's Prince. He came
No,
back to
the
say,
military will not punish him.
No,
And
they won't punish him.
Wike's orders, I don't think will extend to the
No.
military. The military have their own disciplinary,
yes.
ways and all of that.
And let's not forget that Nigerians are involved. If anything happens to that man,
No,
let
nothing
Yay.
us
will
just
God
even
happen.
hear
bless.
that. Maybe they dismiss it, or let's just hear something happened. Then you will definitely hear from Nigerians too. So they
Yes.
can't even do anything to him at the moment.
We also have this one from Eze from Riverview Estate. He says the face-off between Emperor Wike and
Uh-huh.
and Lieutenant Yerima was a shame to the nation. I salute the courage of Yerima. How would a federal minister call a naval officer a fool? If we were in the
Hmm.
same nation, Wike will be on his way out of office. He touched the nail of a lion cub while the parents were watching. Dangerous, I must say. The cub was bold enough to deactivate the emperor. What Wike did amounted to adding pepper in the already battered image of APC government. On Super Eagles qualification to World Cup, they go nowhere. World Cup is for serious nations. The World Cup is for serious nations and not countries like Nigeria. I come in peace. Please, we'll go to World Cup. Sorry, is the Val Okachi says the difference between Wike and the young officer is education and character. God bless
Uh-huh.
the man. We have this one from Olushoga. When a soldier says they are acting on
On
orders, it's
orders.
best to de escalate and seek clarification through proper channels. True power is shown through calmness and respect, not aggression. The young soldier's professionalism is commendable. If you've got real
Hmm.
power, you do not need to shout for attention. You just stand
Hmm.
tall and let people see you for who you are. Wike failed that test completely. I have, yeah. And lastly, we have Mayor from Ikotumegbe says, good, beautiful morning to you all in the studio. Soludo will join APC by Orji Uzo Kalu. Can you hear or see what a serving senator is saying upon all the problems and troubles in the land? These, your so called leaders, do they think at all before they talk? Quite unfortunate. PDP is dead, according to Fayoshe. Well, those that killed PDP, that made them what they are today, will also die with PDP. Trouble is, Wike is at it again. Oh, trouble Wike is at it again with a military man with a gun. Nigerians, can you see the kind of people that, the kind of rulers you have, after disgracing yourselves before the world to see their madness? Tomorrow now they'll be calling the opposition. Please, when will APC government give us a little peace? Oh God, arise and trouble those that are troubling Nigerians. it's, it's always his prayers for me at the end, like, oh, do you know what? This is what is going to solve this matter. Go to the next. I think that this soldiers' behavior is something that should be emulated. It's just that this Nigeria that we are, everybody's looking for an out. Everybody's looking for money. So it's yes, man, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. We have all over. But the day that we'll be able to stand our ground, that
Hmm.
day I cannot wait for it. I can't.
Honestly.
But let's move on to the next headline. Me, I have so many things to say about this headline, but Rose, I'll let you have it.
All right, which of them are you talking about now? So people will
No
just talk.
governor can complain of
Okay.
lack of
Mm.
funds. Yes, Nation newspaper.
All right, so it's 20 minutes past
Hey.
8. Yeah, so we just have about 5 minutes to go, but let's just quickly touch this with Sumbo before we go. So, and that's the headline I was also eyeing. No governor can complain of lack of funds under Tinubu's administration, says Sanwo-Olu.
Yeah.
Now,
Mm.
the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has declared that under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, no state governor or local government chairman can
Hmm.
genuinely complain
Hmm.
of lack of funds. He said Tinubu's administration has significantly increased allocations to subnational governments, ensuring the states and local councils have more resources to meet their developmental obligations. And my question is, yes, so the funds are going to local government, they're going to state government. But can it be the woman that has to go and roast corn? Is she feeling the impact of these funds? Because that is what the funds are meant for. If they are not feeling it, if the man that has to get up and trek from here and go to another village just to go and farm, if he's not feeling the impact of these funds, if these funds are not getting to him in probably infrastructure, in maybe creating better roads for them so that they're able to transport their goods, or they're able to do something that they could actually say, yes, so my life is a bit better. How then are we saying that? So is it about the local government and the state government? I mean, it's about the people going safe. Let us say this now. So, but let's quickly hear you.
No, actually, what Sanwo-Olu is doing is calling out his colleagues, and trying to say, look, the ball is in your court too. The
Hmm.
federal government has done its bit. Let the states and the local governments rise up
Hmm.
and do their bit. But my question is, the pilot car always navigates the road for the others to come. And
Yes.
it is, they say that the horses behind look to the horses in front for direction. If the federal government, that has the task of first collecting the money and then, distributing it, if they themselves are not manning what they should be manning, the states will do the same.
Hmm.
Now, somebody spoke, I think it was Omotosho, who talked about Sanwo-Olu. Don't mind my dog. She wants to be part of the meeting. Now, so like Sanwo-Olu, sorry, Omotosho spoke and talked about the fact that, look, a lot of construction is being done in Ogun State, many of them being federal roads. So if the money that the state is supposed to use to do state issues, they are now also committing it to federal government issues, that's a problem. But again, as you have said, Rose, all this story is not meant for us. What we are interested in, the man on the streets, okay, is how does this affect me? We are not feeling the impact. We are not, you have said it well. And so what we should be doing is to be saying, and maybe that's what someone is trying to do, is to say to every arm of government, can you please do your bit?
Hmm.
Can you please, do your own assignment? If you do yours, that one does theirs, everything will be fine. So the plea this morning is, look, all our monies that you keep pushing wherever you push, let us feel it. Let us enjoy this common patrimony. That's the plea. I know that we're short of time, so that's why I'm just going to limit my position on that this morning.
And thankfully, you're coming again tomorrow, so we can even continue the conversation on this.
All
Thank you
right.
so much, Toba, for coming. Thank you for even coming at short notice. Thank you for standing in. As someone said, I like to look for her trouble. I, I know. I just love your insights. I love to hear you speak. I love your objectivity. So yes, if I can have you more than once, more than twice, why not? If not, and
I
the
know.
people love. I'm speaking about the people, the Nigerians, the polity, the newspaper family. We love you, don't we? We do. We do.
Thank you. You're toasting me. All
All
right,
right, we have come back to. We have come
it's
back.
wonderful to be here. May Nigeria rise.
Yes,
Amen.
so we've come to the
Mm.
end of the Full Breakfast Show. We come to the end of the newspaper review segment of the show. Today was a very interesting one. Many thanks to every contributor, every text message that came in, every call that came in. We truly, truly, truly appreciate you. We see you same time tomorrow at 7:30 with Sumbo again tomorrow. So come ready. We'll try to reduce, the conversations when we're reading out the headlines so that we can have more time to deliberate on the headlines that have caught our eye for tomorrow's edition. Do not go anywhere. 9 o'clock is the news. At 9:05, you have her lens with Rose. Rose, she invites somebody one day as
Yep.
guest on her lens. That would be so interesting to see.
Honestly.
Yes, yes, yes. So my name is Fumi Bangbala. See you same time tomorrow. Have
Yes,
a
my name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser. Do want to have a great day ahead and stay with us right here on Women Radio FM 91.7.